is my simple task and subtask manager that incorporates Notion latest automations using the buttons feature. I'm calling it Task TRAK Lite. With just a few clicks, you can create multiple tasks and subtasks, reschedule tasks to a future date, mark tasks for review, mark your progress, and archive them when done. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. Stick around to find out more about this incredible template. Task TRAK Lite has been designed for doing a lot while staying simple. There are two databases in Task TRAK Lite, one for ongoing tasks and the other one is for archive. I created 10 entries to illustrate the features for the purposes of this video. The left menu has quick buttons to help you work faster. For data entry, the view that's most relevant is the new data entry menu that filters the entries to the ones that you have created today. If you want to look at the earlier data entry items, simply go to the all data entry view. So some tasks are too big and they essentially need to be broken down into smaller subtasks for better planning and execution. Under new menu, you will find two options, one for adding just new tasks and the other one for adding one task but with one or more subtasks. You can add up to 5 tasks for each of the clicks and add up to 5 subtasks with one click. I just wanted to highlight that the name property is intentionally kept blank so that you don't have to rework and delete words and fill them back again with your own. You can also add in subtasks later with the plus new subitem button. So every task is stamped task and every subtask is stamped subtask automatically. I've configured Notion to keep the tasks selected. That way you can continue to add other things like priorities or categories. But I don't need them right now. So I will hit reset ticks, which quickly unchecks all the ticks. Notice 3 records, client calls, meeting with Jeff, and send the project invoice. All of these 3 are work related. So I can select these 3, click on the work category and flag them off accordingly. There are 2 dates here. One is simply called date, which is the initial date that you can assign to the task. The other one is the due date, which is either the initial date or a reschedule date that you might have. If you want the date stamp to the default date, which is today's date, you can initialize and that will help you do it. With the master reset, you can reset all the selected tasks back to its original state. And if you want to select all the data entered records, you can press select all. And at any point, if you want to know what each of these buttons actually do, just click on help. That quickly tells you what each of these buttons do. And when you're done, just click away. The page just disappears. So very often I keep moving tasks around. Something comes up and I need to push the tasks. Like for example, I couldn't do the laundry on April 5th. So I'll push it by about 3 days from today. Just wanted to highlight here that all the calculations are carried out from today's date. The other thing is that I select it first, so the system recognizes which records to apply any changes to. And since it stays checked, I could correct any other mistake if I want to. Let's leave it in place for now. And since I don't need the ticks anymore, I'll just click on reset ticks. My initial date of April 5th still stays. The move only happens with the due date. I can actually pull a past due item into today or even now, move it forwards for later in the week or maybe even later. And I can do this specifically to one task, a combination of tasks or a combination of tasks and subtasks. And if you made a mistake with just one specific task, just press reset ticks. Tick the one that you made the mistake for and apply the correct reschedule. Sometimes you just want to reinitialize a task to today's date. That's simple. Just select the task in question and press on initialize. So some tasks just can't be done in time. They need to be reviewed for multiple reasons. Some need to be broken down into smaller steps, or you may be waiting on someone else to help you finish it. In those cases, you just hit the select button and click on review. And once you've completed the necessary action, you can select the records which are completed and click on the reviewed status. You can also add a note to mention the reasons for the delay and then carry on. Notice here that I have a master reset and a reset for each of the properties that I'm changing to change just those records for that property alone that I'm planning to change. Since some tasks may no longer be active and you want to move them into an archive database, just select the tasks in question and drag them into archive. To manage my daily task schedule, I have a today view for today's tasks, a weekly calendar view with an overdue exclamation mark, the priority if assigned, the category if assigned, and of course the status. The month view provides the same exact information as the weekly calendar view, but for the month. The timeline view is a scrolling calendar view, initially set to the bi-weekly view. Overdue shows the overdue tasks, grouped by priority, high, medium, and low. Due soon is a view for tasks due within the next week. The review view shows the ones that are for review and reviewed statuses respectively. Rescheduled will indicate all rescheduled records. And the master, of course, is for all records. So you can pick up your copy from my website. Links are in the description below. If you want to learn more about Notion buttons, click on the first video. And if you want to see much more about Notion AI and how it can teach you to create formulae, click on the second one. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay notified of mind-blowing Notion use cases. For now, adios amigos.